Well, first of all, at the very top, you've got the name of the dinosaur there. So why don't we involve the chat for the first time as well? Why don't we get the chat to pick the name of the first Dilophosaurus that we've looked at here?
Yeah, I think
some chat suggestions in. We can read it. So let's
better than DLP.
We should call the Dilophosaurus, and then we can bring it up bring it up here as well. But yeah, talk us through the stats. So what are all these stats all about? Dinosaur welfare, super important, right?
Yeah, so it's a game about managing your facilities, and that they're made up of your dinosaurs and your guests. Your dinosaur welfare is made up of a few different statistics. So the basics like health, their food, their water, they're hungry or thirsty, and then their comfort levels. So each dinosaur has different levels of grassland or forest that they need in their enclosure, so how much space they need to roam in. They have a population level as well, which is how many dinosaurs or in total they're happy with in their enclosure. And social, which is how many dinosaurs of the same type. Each dinosaur has different values for that, so some are social dinosaurs, some are isolated type dinosaurs. So the T-Rex doesn't like anyone, so her enclosure needs to be just her, otherwise things are going to go wrong. So it's
the chat have chosen the name for the dinosaur, by the way.
It should be Nedry.
And apparently they have chosen Nedry.
Well, that's wonderful.
Very,
that's a very topical name.
Let's lean in here.
Let me just pop that in there.
Yeah, there we go, Nedry. Perfect.
There we go.
A great start to the live stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone in the chat for that. All right, so why don't we take a look at... well, first of all, what do we need to do? I want to know, how do we get here in the first place? How does the player get to the second level? What do they have to do? How does the mission system work, essentially?
So the player gets to Isla Muerta by succeeding on Matancera. So once they've proven themselves on Matancera, and there's an island rating that each island is rated against. So once you've unlocked a 3-island rating, 3-star rating, you'll get given the next island of the 5 deaths. And the rating is made up of a dinosaur rating and a facility rating.
Very cheery names are being chosen there as well for this. 5 deaths, the island of death.
The island of death, yeah.
So,
it's always like a little hint about what we're doing.
Party island.
And the Hammond Foundation are entrusting you with these islands, these facilities, to rebuild the Jurassic World in. And the Hammond Foundation is made up of 3 divisions. So there's the Science Division, the Entertainment Division, and the Security Division. And each head of that division has their own agenda. So they're asking you, as the Director of Operations of these parks, to build facilities to look into dinosaurs in different ways. So science is all about the authenticity of the dinosaurs, making sure they're as authentic as possible. Isaac, in charge of the entertainment division, is all about tourism. He wants it to make a theme park. And Lambert, who's security, is all about testing dinosaurs for combatant use, making sure that our response to them them escaping is up to scratch as well. So
managing the danger involved in keeping these dinosaurs.
And each division, you have a reputation with each division. It's like a trust level. As you complete contracts with each division, which are like 1-step objectives, you get access to new unlocks or new missions. So we have different missions or dinosaurs available to each division, so you can...
There could be new dinosaurs, new technology, new buildings, and some of those are only accessible if you have sufficient reputation with those divisions.
So,
opportunity has presented itself.
chatting
really?
earlier,
Oh, right, I did see
and quietly took out a couple of our buildings. But we'll maybe worry about that a bit.
Well, one of the things about Jurassic World Evolution I enjoy in particular is that it is a very hands-on management game. Everything has to be managed manually. You can't set things up to be done automatically. You can, and I'm sure we'll see during Penna, I'm sure we'll see when you have to set tasks to certain teams that they go do things while you also do things manually. But everything is done by hand, and I think that's one of the sort of the most satisfying challenges is clearing up those top red things at the top there and just getting rid of those and seeing those clear away and just feeling good that you've
Now you can see the sickness is taking hold a bit.
you need to medicate the animal.
If you can't hit her with the dart,
I've never been so nervous.
yeah, that's right.
No one's watching, Rich. Don't worry about it. There is nobody watching. It's okay.
The bigger dinosaurs take a lot more medication and sedation as well later on than the smaller ones, so she's going to take a few darts.
It also doesn't look like she likes it, so she's trying to hide from you, is that right?
Yeah, they don't really like the 4x4 and they don't really like the darts, but it's the best thing for them.
We're sorry, Big Dipper.
It's better than Cryptosporidium. Nobody wants that.
No, that's riddled with Cryptosporidium.
Yes. Much of it.
Nice job. You're doing it, Rich. Look in the chat. Give Rich some credit here. It's a bit of a nudge.
Can you get a bit closer?
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning as well, because remember, not everybody might have seen this before. You are obviously doing this all manually, or doing this all by hand.
Yeah, on time. And you can also get the AI to do this. If you're too busy to get there and do that manually, you can add a task and just send the ranger team off to do something like that. You could refill the feeders, medicate dinosaurs, fix buildings and fences. You can set all that to happen with these commands here.
Acknowledged.
There you go.
As you are. So, right, while we're waiting, we've got another sick Metriacanthosaurus arrival coming through.
Yes.
Why don't we talk through, say, for example, we wanted to just get a new dinosaur. How would we do that from scratch, basically?
Okay, so the whole loop to create a new dinosaur, it all starts at the Expedition Centre. This is where you send out a team to dig sites. Oh, just let Isaac say his bit. And so...
not now, Isaac.
Oh, not now, Isaac. So you send out your dig teams to these various different dig sites. Now, these are all based on real-world dig sites, and the dinosaurs that you find there are based on the real fossils that you'd find there in real life as well. So you'll go there, you'll set out your teams, they're going to dig up some fossils, and they'll bring them back to your park. From there, those fossils go on to the Fossil Centre, which is this next screen that we're going to show here, and you can see that you've got different qualities of fossil here that come back. The best quality fossils give you the most amount of dinosaur genome, which is the value you're trying to build up on the right. Now, when you've completed more than 50% of a genome, that's viable to create your own dinosaur at the Hammond Creation Lab. But the more complete your genome, the stronger your dinosaur's base stats are going to be, and the more likely to be successful that dinosaur creation process is going to be. Amber is obviously the best thing that you're looking for. You know, that's going to be any fossil any day of the week. You get the best DNA. And if we just have a look at the Hammond Creation Lab, this is where your genome research goes into fruition here, and you can actually incubate your own dinosaurs here. So if we have a look, you'll see a few of the ones that we've got enough of the genome for now.
Should we get the chat to pick who we want to try to create here?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
who would it be
not?
for you?
This is a democracy.
Because, of course, remember to use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution on Twitter or Instagram to enter into the competition to win that branded Xbox One X. Basically, all you have to do is tell us what your favourite dinosaur is. So, while we're waiting for that to come through from the chat, Nick, what is your favourite dinosaur?
Well, when I was a kid, it was Deinonychus, because it predated the discoveries of the Utah raptor, and it was the one closest to the raptors in the film. Then for a lot of the time, it's been Parasaurolophus, but I recently saw Fallen Kingdom, and I've changed. Now, I'm not going to say what my favourite is now, but because I don't want to spoil the film for anyone. But yeah, Parasaurolophus up until now, but it's changed now.
That's
it's
cool.
Changed.
So yeah, as we can see on the screen, these are kind of the options you've got currently available on this save, because this is a save that Richard created earlier. So obviously we've got the Triceratops, we've got lots of love. We've got something coming in through now.
For the raptor.
Oh, for the raptor.
I think that's a good show. Apparently, yeah.
And
fair enough.
No. I think we should put it in.
This is my lovely herbivore pen.
Yeah, put it in the herbivore pen. We could ask
the
Yeah,
I think we all know
Let's
what
introduce
the Velociraptor to the herbivore and just see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to genetically engineer.
It depends on the herbivores. Yeah, you know, some of them aren't going to want to fight a raptor because they're just too big.
Oh, here we go. So this is the mission delivery coming in as well.
Oh, nice. Where are we going to... We haven't built an
enclosure for the
We haven't built an enclosure. Do you think you could place down the markers for the Metrocanthosaurus and build an enclosure around it before it gets dropped off?
Okay, try it.
Do you have it in you? Do you think we can do it?
Also, but it needs to be a big enough space for it to be
big enough.
Yeah,
you want to do it outside.
No, this is what I mean. This is why I want Rich to do it.
Rich. It'll be fine.
I think he's got it in him.
Okay.
Well, I believe in you.
I'll put it there.
Go on.
I just want to throw a bit of chaos into the live stream wherever I can.
This isn't how it went in rehearsals, Nick.
Probably going to want some electric fences, because...
Good point, Nick.
Yeah, she's...
Oh, there are two types of fences there. You've got the electrified light steel fence and the standard steel fence.
Yeah, those are the two basic ones, but later on you're going to get concrete walls, electric concrete walls, and all sorts of much bigger ones. So you'll research those at the research station, and you'll unlock much beefier walls for the bigger dinosaurs later on.
Have you got power in there?
No, I need to sort the water.
Yeah, you're going to
get some water in first.
Yeah, you do need to build a power substation to get the electric fence going as well.
And again, so we are doing a little bit of a whistle-stop tour through Jurassic World Evolution here, and we are also at the same time just scratching the surface of what you can do in the game and what's available.
You did it.
You did it.
Yeah, you believe in yourself.
Round of applause, please, in the chat for Rich. I think
there we go.
Well,
there we go.
And look, and she's beautiful as well, which means we have two dinosaurs to name, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. We have two
need to name the
dinosaurs.
raptor, and we need to name the Metrocanthosaurus.
So let's do, first of all, the Metrocanthosaurus, first of all.
Two?
Really? We got two raptors.
We're getting another one on the go.
I didn't get the first one.
Because one failed.
We had to transport the Metrocanthosaurus.
Okay.
I didn't get her going, so she's incubating now whilst we're doing this.
Let's have a nice close-up look at that.
Oh, look at that.
She
gets a lovely bit of dramatic music as well.
The audio guys have just done an incredible job.
They really have. They've really brought the feeling of the Jurassic World into this game with the music. It's wonderful.
Because, I mean, you work quite closely as well with Universal, getting a lot of that original audio for the dinosaurs, so we could sort of samples that we could then recreate to use in the game.
That's right. We had a mixture of original audio from the films. We had recipes for some of the original audio, and also a lot of our own bespoke audio as well. So we tried to make sure that each dinosaur has their own unique sound as well as their own look.
All right, we have the name.
Okay.
Muldoon. Metrocanthosaurus is Muldoon.
Will be destroyed.
The honours for us. And also, we've got to remember that Muldoon also has Cryptosporidium, which we do need to sort out, Rich.
Yeah, Muldoon's got Cryptosporidium. Which is no good. Oh, if only we could give her the tight socks that pulled all the way up. Highest socks in Hollywood.
I'm going to get the ranger team moving over.
You will need a gate.
I need to put a gate.
Yeah.
I know.
Rich, can we rename the gate?
Oh, we can rename.
We can rename the gate.
Can we ask the chat what we would like to call the gate?
Nick, you have a problem, and I think you should see someone.
It's good. This is good.
All right, so we have 2 things to name. Still,
rename everything.
Oh, you are currently the most dangerous thing in the park.
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah. You're a hazard to everyone
Full
in
of
the
dinosaurs.
park. Steady on.
It's just got a different driving model to the car I have at home. It's just takes me a bit of time to get used to.
So the name of the gate is going to be Red Gate.
Redgate.
Redgate.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Does that seem a bit dangerous to you?
Oh,
Yeah. Just,
blooded Rich. Don't leave that gate open for too long. And when you're in the 4x4, the gates do open automatically for you, but you can open them manually as well if you want to just wreak havoc on your poor guests.
oh, pressure's getting to me. Pressure's getting to me.
Yeah, pressure's on.
All right, so we're going to do a bit of a flash giveaway of the game as well, which is going to be good. So whether you're playing on PS4, PC, or Xbox One, you can win a copy of the game right now. What you have to, well, first of all, got to let the music play.
Sorry.
It's the main thing. You can't
Talk over.
can't mess with that, can you?
Basically, what I want you to do. Oh, we'll let her talk. We'll let Dua talk. Sorry.
Back to health. I have the latest lab results. The dinosaurs are cured. Disease-free. That's a job well done.
Job well done, Rich. Job well done, Nick.
And she's unlocked another research team for us so that we can actually have two technologies being researched at the same time now. So that's one of the perks for doing work for the science division.
Fantastic. So what I was going to say earlier is if you choose, what we're going to do is we want to rename the raptor. So if you could please choose a name for the raptor, and we're going to pick somebody at random who enters a name in there to win a copy of the game, which will be good. So everybody throw your suggestions in the chats wherever you are, whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Yeah, nearly.
Sorry.
Is the raptor ready?
Yeah,
so much.
Nearly. So how long do these take? Do these can this change how quick that you can get the dinosaurs out there, or is it something that's...
Yeah, so each dinosaur takes an amount of time to be incubated. What you can do is we have building upgrades. So a lot of the buildings have upgrade options, so you can change some of the key values of that building. So on the Hammond Creation Lab, we can increase the
success rate, or
the
it's under...
Or it's this one.
Yeah, if you've got the creation, the speed that they get created, then the viability of how likely you are to get a successful one, and the other things. But they all come at a bit of a trade-off.
All the buildings have these upgrade options as well, so there's a lot of things for you to unlock and then add to your buildings to speed up the efficiency of your parks. So our Raptor's ready to go.
Are we ready?
Let's have a look.
Come. place up.
Yeah, but if you look at your money now...
We have got a broken building. If I pop to the schematic view, I can see I've still got a broken fence over here, which I should probably sort out.
Where did you put your... did you put the...
Where did you put the dinosaurs?
Back in the right place?
I have not given enough thought to where I put the dinosaurs back.
You just wanted to put them back in a place.
I put them back into the nearest enclosure, and I now realise that could have been an error on my part.
But it does have a beautiful look, this island, as well. And does every one of the islands have a sort of different look and a different feel to it? A different challenge as well. I'll talk through what the challenges are.
Each island has a different setting, as it were, just to make them all feel different and unique. And they have different playable areas, and they all have different challenges. Some have, like Peña has tornadoes that might happen now and then. Some of them have higher power output, so power outages. So your power stations might get on the fritz a bit more often. One of them is built around a failed facility. So on that island, Tacaño, you don't have any money to start with.
Can you name all of the islands?
You can't, unfortunately.
Can you name all the islands as well?
No, can Rich?
No, as in you personally right now.
Oh, me?
Yeah, do the quiz.
Matanceros, Muerta, Tacaño, Peña, Sauna, and Isla Nublar.
Very good.
Thanks. I just shut my eyes. I had to go to inner place then. It's good.
It's good stuff. Well played. So Whisper Kid, make sure you message us so you can claim your prize.
So I've made a terrible mistake.
Where did you put
Where's all your money then?
I have put...
Oh, you put it in
my T-Rex in with the herbivores.
It seems, you seem like the chaotic element to this live stream.
I'm not really.
I think it's more dangerous than a tornado.
We're losing money fast, so I'm just going to check the finance screen and see where I'm losing my money, and it is going into guest injury lawsuits, which is costing me $500,000 at the moment. Yeah,
which is a casual amount of money to lose per minute.
I think I'm in some trouble. The recent death toll is scaring your guests.
Oh well.
Says you.
The island rating is a measure of how much money you're going to get per level. Nick, if you don't mind, just having a look at the island rating for us.
Oh yes, certainly. Yeah, pop back to here.
So the island rating is the measurement
for safety.
The dinosaur rating, which is how much your guests appreciate your dinosaurs, so making sure there's a lot of dinosaurs.
Catastrophic guest injuries.
Nick. Make sure that their welfare's fine and there's lots of variety. And
but they're satisfied.
They're satisfied. They've got enough to eat.
In the facility rating, it's made up of safety and how satisfied if there's enough space, if there's enough hotels, or if there's enough food or drinks around for them as well. So both of those ratings feed back into the island rating, which dictates how many guests your parks get. So it's to be like a travel rating, as you were, and then that will dictate how much money you make per minute. So Nick has a sick Taurosaurus.
She's got rabies.
She has rabies.
Oh dear.
So her health, and then
she's got rabies. That's going to make her a bit more. Oh,
I think it's time for.
And the T-Rex is out. I think the T-Rex is trying to.
This being the first T-Rex that we've shown on a live stream as well, I do think that it's time for us to. Well, you know what it is. Rename Rexy.
Oh, let's rename Rexy. Okay.
So what do you think? What should we go for?
She is
in the chat. Let us know what you think.
Free at the moment.
Do you want to see if we can get it under control?
Let's get one on the. If the chat can let us know what they want us to rename the Rexy, that would be great.
In just a moment.
And while they're doing that, I'm just going to repair this fence and. Oh, look! You can see the sickness is spreading. See, I'm in real trouble here because I can't actually afford to fix anything.
So you're at minus 864,000.
Yeah, and
so the recent death is really affecting his money per minute. So it's
MPMs.
Exactly.
MPMs have gone.
Oh dear.
But
oh dear.
She is really happy. So
yeah, she's really enjoying her environment.
The key bit is the danger to guests bit, which is why she's probably pretty happy.
Her health, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I think you can see that found a.
Oh no.
Oh, that roar.
Yeah.
That roar. Oh dear. I'm now $1 million in a hole now. I actually don't think I can recover from this. I've made a series of catastrophic errors.
This is good, but it could always be better considering his contract.
It could always, I mean, he's ever the optimist, but
he's very
he needs a healthy dose of realism.
So apparently Rexy by a long way.
Rexy, okay then.
So let's rename Rexy and then maybe have a look at what we could have done differently.
I'm going to let her.
People, Rexy.
She can just stop eating people for 1 minute.
You need to stop roaring at people and eating them.
Oh, Rexy,
Rexy. Yeah. And by the way, that building, whatever that is next to there, is also on fire. Just so you...
It's just a fire.
Right.
So restaurant on fire.
So let's tell you what, I'm going to
restart
the island.
And maybe talk about
let's do this a little bit differently, because that was...
I think it's a good showcase. No, I think you've accidentally given us a good showcase of of how you can do things better.
That's good, thank you. You're my spin doctor. You're really helping.
Right. All right, I think we've got a nice intro here as well of the island. It also shows off the nice... here we go. Well, let's have a listen.
Nothing about this island feels right. And my instincts are usually pretty accurate when it comes to issues regarding the dinosaurs. So much of what happens on the islands is a secret. By necessity, yes, but this just feels like something else. Too cramped, too isolated. It's as if somebody is gathering up all the materials for a disaster. Tread carefully.
I'm not sure what they were up to on this island, but it certainly doesn't scream tourist attraction to me. You're going to have your work cut out for you here. Restricted building space and high power upkeep will see to that. I'd recommend investing in some big-ticket dinosaurs.
Okay.
But they don't come without complications of their own.
You can't confine nature this way, because nature adapts. It searches for weaknesses, it finds them, and exploits them, not sometimes, all times. This island is worlds away from Hammond's dinosaur paradise. And if things go wrong here, worlds away is the best place to be.
So I didn't feel like we could interrupt.
No, we can't. You can't talk over.
And Malcolm.
The restart island is one of the very useful things.
Very useful tool because for you that Nick's done.
Yeah, once you've learned how an island works, you can learn from your mistakes and do things better the second time.
Okay.
And that's why one of the best things about failing is learning what to do better the next time.
That's good. It's never a problem; it's a solution opportunity.
Solution
opportunity. That's what
production at.
That's what production at.
Is that right? Is that true?
It's the motto.
Oh, okay.
We have it in Latin.
Stop giving away our secrets. All right, so what are you doing here? What is this? What are you placing here to stop things going as poorly as they did previously? Basically?
I'm going to pop down a storm defence station, so anything within radius of this building is going to be less affected if a storm comes in, so it's less likely to get damaged. And the reason I placed it here is that it's right next to our power station, so we know that if a storm comes in, at the very least, our power is protected. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pop a few more around other critical places in the island. I see this one isn't quite as built up as the save we had earlier, so the first thing I've done is send out an expedition to get some Metriacanthosaurus DNA, because I feel like that would be a nice big-ticket dinosaur. We've also got no ACU and no ranger station, so I'm going to get those key things in places. I've immediately run out of power, which will be the high power upkeep, which I'm sure they're talking about.
Down by storm defense.
And I forgot to put a substation down by the storm defense.
Can we take a look at the map as well after you've placed this as well?
Yes, absolutely.
It does show off. Oh, and this is interesting as well. I don't think we really talked through because you were trying to do it quite quickly earlier on. But the power system in the game as well. And actually, we haven't even looked at the glance management views too. There's still quite a bit to cover.
Stretchy. Yeah, we've only.
Yeah, but you can see. Look how much tight space you've got here as well to deal with on this island.
Yeah, you've got these very tight areas, these narrow corridors.
Yeah.
With these areas here, so you're going to have to spend your space very wisely in this game.
Finding dinosaurs that can work well in small enclosures but have lots of them at the same time. That's my top tip for this one.
Top tip number two.
Top tip number two.
You still got to bring people to the parks. You still want a decent dinosaur variety, but they're not all going to be happy with being cooped up.
Excellent stuff.
But you've got to have an ACU sensor because it's just irresponsible to not have any way of stopping the dinosaurs if they get out.
We've seen that you definitely need an ACU team on hand at every opportunity.
And as people know, I play responsibly at all times.
Always play responsibly.
Always play responsibly.
Or create chaos, it's up to you.
I'm going to put down a large substation here because I've decided that I want this to be a hub of some of my main buildings. So if I put down a large substation, I've got
expensive?
A nice big area. So I've got a fair bit of cash to play with at the start of this level, though. So
you think that?
I think that, but it will disappear quickly.
Currently, you've got
once the lawsuits start rolling in,
come all the way to Costa Rica to see a lovely power station.
Yeah.
Currently, you've got no dinosaurs being made.
That is a very good point. Come to Costa Rica, see the great power station.
It's a very fancy power station.
So what have we got here? Ooh. So he said big ticket dinosaurs. I'm going to be building some. I'm going to be going mostly carnivores in this one, so I'm thinking I'm going to build a Ceratosaurus, so I've got something to put my Metriacanthosaurus in with later on, so I'm going to build one of her. She costs nearly $1 million, so sorry, $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah, not quite.
Quid.
Can we get a Chasmosaurus? No, wait, that'd be a bad.
Oh, that would be a very bad. And I think a Dilophosaurus might be nice to go in there as well.
Cool.
I think they'll be fairly happy together.
No,
I think they will.
okay.
I think they will.
Nick,
I'm no
from
expert.
watching you play this game for the last hour or so.
This
Never true.
So you've got no power to that building. Is that?
I
you
think
didn't hook
that.
up the station?
Well, one thing you can do is if you pop over a building, you can see what there. So that needs 3 power, and if I go to my power station, I should be able to see how much power I've actually got in my grid. If I pop over here, sorry, wrong one.
Okay, there.
So I've only got 1 unused power at the moment, which means I don't actually have enough power to power that station at the moment. So I'm going to have to upgrade my power station.
Yeah. You can either build a brand new power station, or more of them, and connect them to your power network, or you can use the upgrades to kind of get more output out of those power stations.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much at the moment, so I'm going to improve the output with these 2 expansions. The only downside of that is that it does increase the chance of your power station breaking and you lose power completely. No, just in general, it could just overpower it, and you could just suddenly get a power cut.
So
and
what
it
are
will
the
last a
sort of
couple of minutes.
disasters that can happen that cause troubles for you on the island? Is it just the
There's storms, there's sabotage. So if your division reputation with one division is too high, there's a chance that the other divisions might sabotage your park, lashing out at you, as it were. Someone opening the gates, someone to turn off.
Opening the gates.
Someone opening all of your gates.
All right.
At the
all
same
at once.
time. All of them.
You're smiling. You're enjoying it.
I think that's fun when that happens. It's
you think you're prepared until someone opens up all of your gates. It's when you this is why you use the onion layer technique of having multiple fences and multiple gates. That's my other top tip.
Can I just talk about where I'm
top tip number 3.
That's number 3.
I'm actually placing some feeders down. I've got some live bait feeders, which is going to fill this enclosure up with these beautiful goats. But actually, I'm going to pop a carnivore feeder right here, right in front of the viewing gallery here, because you'll see that all of the viewing stations have this cone of interest, and you want to try and attract your dinosaurs into this area. So I tend to put feeders and water in these areas because it brings the dinosaurs in there, and then your dinosaurs, your guests are happier that they can see what's going in. Because I'm also going to build a tower if we've got one unlocked as well. Yeah, there we go. Or I might build a little gyrosphere.
Oh, we could. Well, I think we'll probably touch on that during the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah. Ooh, so I've probably annoyed everyone now. I think they're probably going, show us the gyrosphere. That's fine, we'll do it later.
No, visibility with dinosaurs is a key thing. Again, from the first film, you want to make sure there's dinosaurs on your dinosaur.
Yeah, so dinosaurs in dinosaur part,
That's what people here for.
So you need to make sure that your guests can see them. So as Nick's tip of keeping your feeders and your water bodies near your viewing galleries and viewing platforms is a good idea.
You can also see some parrots. Do you want to see some parrots? I can make
not
by doing that.
When you deforest, do some deforestation.
When you do some deforestation every now and then.
It just sends up the parakeets into the air.
Go on. Deforest the whole line and get no macaws. Come on.
Usually
I've made a terrible error.
Really proud of us.
Oh yeah. Here they go.
Alright, so
where flying towards the camera.
Where were we?
Glorious. Why am I? I'm losing money. I'm losing money again. I think it's because I've invested so much.
Dinosaurs.
It's because I don't have any dinosaurs. I'm losing money because I've not released any dinosaurs into my park.
There you go.
I've got one ready, thank goodness. I've got a Dilophosaurus which is ready to come out. Here she comes. Shall we watch the little cinematic for her? These all have bespoke music for every cinematic when they come out. Yeah, they all have a lovely. They're all made by our.
Really adorable. But often,
she's so nasty. She was the most scary for me in the first film. Like, it wasn't the raptors, it was the Dilophosaurus.
Really?
Yeah, it really was. When she killed Nedry, it was. I was terrified.
It was the raptors with the
it's definitely the raptors
the venom, and it's so playful. It's horrible. We got to rename our Dilophosaurus for sure, please.
Okay.
Please.
In the chat, you know how this works
as well.
now. We need 2 names. First of all,
Can't call her Nedry again.
Needs a name, and it has to be different from Nedry. So what should we call the Dilophosaurus that we've just released into our park, into our island?
Thank you, Edo.
And look at this.
This is one of my favourite looking dinosaurs in the game.
The Ceratosaurus is a beautiful.
Ceratosaurus, yeah.
So, before we do move on, because we have, of course, one last segment here where we're going to show off the
in the moonlight.
Yeah. Did you make a ranger station?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you to do?
What's that?
I want you to go and take some beautiful photographs.
Oh, I do. Yes, yeah. That's a good thing I built a ranger station. I've just bought 2 more ranger
You've
teams
just
as well.
bought 2 more ranger teams.
That's
not
good.
not that you're short on money already or anything.
Although I've
like
decided
that. I
I don't actually like those Jeeps. I'm going to have orange Jeeps
Okay, very nice.
because they just look better. I'm going to drive one of my orange ones.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Lovely stuff.
Going to swing a left. So hopefully we'll start getting more guests in the park now that we've actually got some dinosaurs for them to see.
We have the RX Anims suggested Barbasol.
Barbasol.
Which I think is a good suggestion.
You
Let's
can
go
build
for
a gift
Barbasol.
shop in the...
And you can sell Barbasol
build a
in the
gift
game.
shop that sells Barbasol.
Again, I think during the next segment we'll talk through the guests.
Giving the game away, aren't I?
More as well, yeah. But no, it's fine.
Luckily I've got a gate ready for me here.
Learn from my mistakes, thank you.
Yeah. That was pre-built, that wasn't me. That was all... here we go.
And as well, these come pre-built with some of the...
Ooh. I'm going to get a photograph of her in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Think if I press LB.
Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, hello.
Right, they're having a fight. That's going to make a good fight. Oh, no.
No, it's not. They're not.
Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Look at that. Gorgeous.
Excellent stuff.
Diverse.
So how does this work as well? Of course, you'll often get contracts. We haven't really talked in detail about how all the contracts.
I'm going to request
and again, you'll get to experience the game yourself very, very soon. June the 12th. It's like 2 days away.
So close.
We're June the 10th here. Oh, hello.
Oh, having a little swim
Such
there.
a cheeky. Oh, dead goat there.
Don't worry about the dead goat. Don't worry about
Don't
that.
worry about the dead goat. So, how happy are these?
Hey.
far away.
Oh, I got nothing.
Excellent.
It's too far
Well,
away.
sometimes the contracts
It's
will
just
be
like,
to take
not even worth
photographs
having.
of the dinosaurs in certain ways, and you'll get extra money for doing those in certain
right.
things. And the contracts can be quite different each time.
Yeah, the contracts are from the divisions, and they're it's a two-way relationship. They use it for you to trust them.
Yeah.
And
I've lost her.
the other way is they'll give you money if you're completing these things, whether it's genome or something.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
That's a good photo. It's got the headlights on it.
right. You're obsessed with this.
I got it.
There you go. You got your
Okay,
reward.
okay,
All
I'm
right,
out, I'm
fantastic.
out.
Good stuff.
The AI is just going to take over now and drive that Jeep back.
So here you go. Lambert's been in touch with a contract for you to complete. It will increase your reputation with him and give you some cash as well. So if you're low on cash, like Nick was when we first started the level, contracts are a great way to increase that income and increase your reputation with divisions as well.
So I've got poor satisfaction in my park at the moment because the guests have nowhere to eat and nowhere to drink, and they're just nothing. So
2 dinosaurs to look at, but that's okay.
So I'm going to pop down a little high street of.
We didn't name the Dilophosaurus.
Oh yes, sorry.
Do you
I was waiting for you to finish
do
the
you also
ranger.
remember when we restarted? We were like, all right, now we're going to show off how you can do it better. I'm not sure.
Hey,
how.
hey, no one's died.
We'll let the no one's died yet.
That's my criteria.
I think that we'll let the players, when they finally get their hands on the game themselves, show us how to play it well.
Yeah, they'll do a much better job than me. I'm going to pop the high street down here. So I'm going to build us a little fast food restaurant, and of course you can rename and manage all of these.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to ask the chat to rename?
Rename.
rename?
Well, at the moment it's just called The Bar.
It's got. Oh God, we
He
can
wants to go
rename.
to The Bar.
It's the only bar.
And what
so
we'll do is we'll give away another copy of the game as well. So we'll pick somebody at random for naming the bar. Of course, any offensive names will be left out of that draw. So name the bar in the chat, whatever chat you're in, and we'll take somebody at random to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution, whether that is on the Xbox One, PC, or PS4.
Thank you.
So I'm sure that we'll get lots of interesting suggestions. Remember to keep them safe, family friendly as possible. This is a family friendly live stream.
No, shopping rating. It is a family friend.
It is a family
It is indeed.
definitely.
It is indeed.
the occasional dinosaur.
With the occasional
Killing
dinosaur
somebody.
getting mauled. mauling a.
Mostly.
Okay, so here we go. So I can get my fast food restaurant, and I'm gonna change what this sells. I'm gonna sell some dino dish. So I said dino fish then. That would have been odd. I'm gonna sell that for a mere $10.
Bargain.
But how can you tell if you're going to be making any profit from this? Usually you would have some...
At the bottom, once the guests start coming in, you'll see that you'll have the trade-off of how much it's costing you to make those versus what your profit actually is. So you can manage each individual building to make sure they're running at a profit. The more staff you employ, the more guests you can satisfy at any one time. So
Okay.
see that, and you can check on your management view.
Oh, here we go. We haven't even touched on this yet at all.
This is it. If you go to the food satisfaction area, you can see that this area is quite well sorted. If you go down to here,
Slightly more demand.
There's low demand down here, but it's also not that well catered for. So you can, at a glance, the same goes for power, storm protection. Oh, storm protection. Yeah, sorry, just remember that's the other thing I was
It's like
build.
the penny just keeps dropping every time.
Yeah. It's good. Well, there's a lot to deal with. You try running a dinosaur park. It's hard work.
So the suggestion is to rename the bar on Twitch. Apparently it's going very, very, very quickly, but they're trying to find that name to make sure that you win, and they will find it.
The Amber Lounge.
The Amber Lounge.
Oh, lovely.
So I think that's what we'll do. We'll rename that now to the Amber Lounge, which
is a good name. That is a great name for a bar.
That's me.
Congratulations to whoever that is that chose it, but we will find you and make sure that you win that copy of...
It's better than the Bar 1, isn't it?
Amber Lounge. Oh, there you go. Very, very good.
And Rich, I'm just going to let you rename the fast food restaurant. You can call it anything you want. What do you want to call it?
Oh, no
anything
pressure
you want.
On a live stream with lots of thousands of people watching. Don't worry about it. Just name it whatever you want. Here we go. That's going to really confuse the guests.
Oh,
but I like
you
it.
trickster.
I like it. Very, very good.
So how's my facility rating going? I should be getting some more satisfaction, I think, now that we've got some people coming in. Maybe
and as you can see,
I also need to build them where there's more people as well, I think.
The key is to make sure that your guest buildings are built around where there's demand. So there's always demand around your viewing galleries or your viewing platforms or your hotels if you have any, because people don't want to walk that far away.
Do you regret letting me play the game yet?
I'm just not convinced that you're doing very well.
So the power station...
No storms, though. That's good so far.
I know, so far.
I
don't say that.
How can we predict when those storms are going to come in or not?
No.
It's completely random.
It's random.
So we don't know.
Well, some islands are more susceptible to storms, but you can't tell when they're going to come in. You'll get a brief warning before they come in.
Right. If you've built the storm defence, right?
If you've built the storm defence, yeah. They'll let you know.
Nick's only power station is currently having a power outage. So no matter how many substations he builds in this area, you've got no power.
Oh, rich. So maybe what I need to do is build a backup power station. That might be a good idea. I do have a little bit of money in the bank, so I'm going to build one. This is going to cost half of my available funds, but I think it's probably going to be worth it to keep the park going. I'm going to pop it over here because nobody wants to look at it.
Just, being really careful and conservative with all the space usage as well.
Well, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. The jaunty music tells me it's going well.
The music's saying, don't worry, you're doing a great job.
Yeah. All right. So apparently we have found the winner of that previous prize. So we'll be contacted. So those are the copies of Jurassic World Evolution that we are able to give away. But we do, remember, have that Xbox One X console. So a Jurassic World Evolution branded console. It's completely exclusive. It's really, really awesome. I think we have. I don't know if we can show up a picture of it right now, but I'm sure we can in just a moment. I've got
no power. I've got to wait for my power to come back online.
While Nick tries to manage this,
because the penny just dropped again. I realised that I haven't got my fossil centre getting the Metrocanthosaurus DNA.
And it's an important part. You want to make sure that your dig teams are constantly going out and collecting new fossils, because dinosaur variety is a big part of your guess. Make sure that's appealing to them. But also, how much genome you have. The more you have of each dinosaur, the more likely that they'll incubate, so you can reduce that chance of failure. And the more, gives you more options to edit in your gene slices, in your gene modification. So
we've shown off what the game is like. We haven't exactly shown off how to be good at the game.
But
hey, that's for you. That's for you guys.
Steady on there, Ed.
Show us how good you can be with the game. But we do have. Well, you can see at the bottom there. You can see that you've got not even half of a star on your star rating. And to progress through the game,
and I started at 2.
You've lost. Stars.
I know why that is. That's because the power was out and it's just come back online. So you just wait for that star rating. Going to skyrocket.
But you also so once you've increased those star ratings, that then unlocks the further levels. But then also the real challenge, the kind of hard mode, I suppose, is to hit that 5-star rating on each of those islands.
That's right. Each island has a 5-star rating requirement, and once you hit that, you'll get a new unlock as well. So whether it's a dig team or some more.
The way you took charge left an impression.
Now he's got a bad star rating, Ed.
So Nick completed a contract from Lambert to increase his facility rating, so you kind of proved you wrong there.
We haven't even gone into the InGen database either. We haven't even talked about anything to do with that, or the story, or the lore. We've got lots to cover, and we will cover it hopefully in the next, roughly half an hour as well, looking at the the sandbox mode, which we'll go to in just a second. But before we do that, a reminder of how to enter the competition. To be in for the chance to win the branded Jurassic World Evolution Xbox One X, all you have to do is post and tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, whether that's on Twitter or Instagram. But use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution so we can find you. So just tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, whether that's a, I don't know, easy for me to say.
Parasaurolophus.
Nick's,
oh gosh, I should never have chosen
Nick's
that
too
one.
easy. You can just
well done,
straight
Nick.
away.
Yeah, I'm a lot better at that than I am at
raptor.
making the
Simple.
path.
Velociraptor for me.
The fewer syllables, the better, Nick.
All right, I want to say congratulations to Nick as well. You're no longer on screen anymore. You can carry on playing if you wish.
I want to.
But no one can see what you're doing. It's fun. I'm having a nice time.
playing. I'm having a good time.
No, so Nick, you obviously as head of animation, what does that entail? Working with these dinosaurs is quite a special thing, right?
It's been incredibly special. So I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the whole franchise, always have been, and it's the main reason I became an animator. So we've got this opportunity to work with some incredibly good rigs and animation rigs and an amazingly talented
animation rigs.
Sorry, rigs. The rigs are they're like the puppets.
Okay.
That are built for us. So you get the model, and then our riggers rig up the model so that it can be puppeted about, and then that goes to our animators, and they animate it, and they bring these beautiful
and then we get
life.
And it's gorgeous stuff on screen that you can see here.
And
where do you sort of when you sort of began coming up with these animations? Obviously, we get to see sort of in our game how these dinosaurs, these beautiful dinosaurs, are just living day to day, right? Which is. Whereas in the films you only get to see a snapshot of what they're doing when they're usually doing something, either eating or attacking something. So how was it a challenge to sort of build in those animations and work out how they sleep, or how they... Because, of course, if they get sick, they will eventually fall asleep, right?
Well, absolutely. Well, obviously, a lot of the dinosaur animations, we pulled a lot of reference from the films, and that gave us a lot of... Because that's what's familiar to people. People have watched the films, and in their mind, that's what a dinosaur looks like. So we need to make sure that if we're not true to those, people would not really understand what was going on. But of course there's a lot of stuff that happens in our game, like say, like going to sleep, like just eating from a feeder, stuff that doesn't always happen in the film. So for that we looked at a lot of wildlife reference, and we would look at the closest living analogue for these creatures, a lot of birds, rhinoceroses, elephants, anything that would match the same kind of weight and rough skeletal structure to one of these to these dinosaurs, and we would try and make sure that they're moving in a believable way. So even though they are creatures that no one truly understands how they moved, we want to make it as close to how we think they would have moved as possible, as accurate as possible, and true to wildlife. So hopefully people will feel that they move in a familiar way and in a believable way.
Yeah, and again, I think we said this earlier on, but obviously they really are the star of the show. And
they absolutely
a lot of dinosaurs, and I think that's part of what drives you through the game, is unlocking these dinosaurs as you go, and sort of basically creating that perfect dinosaur and getting that dinosaur rating up, which we talked a little bit about earlier with dinosaur rating. But there are other ways, other than doing the bioengineering of dinosaurs, there are other ways to increase that dinosaur's stats. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Different values that feed into that are how much genome you have, whether you've modified it, but also there's a combat infamy rating as well. So if a dinosaur defeats another dinosaur in combat, we call it, if it kills another dinosaur, that will increase its rating as well. So you could genetically engineer a Triceratops that has a higher attack rating than a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay. And if that Triceratops beats the T-Rex, which is possible, it gains part of the rating from the T-Rex. So you can, because who wouldn't want to go all the way to Costa Rica to see the killer Triceratops?
Yeah.
So that kind of feeds into the rating as well.
But that will also then, because the dinosaurs are dying, that drops the welfare of dinosaurs.
Well, this is the thing, is that it's a trade-off between spectacle and just being wasteful with the dinosaurs.
It's just another one of those loops that keep you going through. To get that 5-star rating on each island is a real challenge, right? It's quite difficult to do. So
that's right. Well, you need to be perfectly looking after your dinosaurs, perfectly looking after your guests, have all that stuff unlocked, and it's definitely a big challenge, and make sure that you're in control of all that chaos.
Having lots of dinosaur variety and having lots of different, but that also then makes it harder because you're trying to mix or keep happy all these dinosaurs and make sure that everyone's fine. So it can be a real challenge to get those high star ratings on each island.
Okay, so I'll mention it one more time because after this next segment, after the Isla Nublar segment, which is going to be the sandbox mode, pronunciations as well that
You do?
you can listen to. Well, you sent. No, it's Rich.
It was me. I used those for the voiceover sessions.
But clearly, I didn't.
I learned all mine from Dinosaurs magazine. You used to spell them all out phonetically.
Oh, that's cute.
That's very cool.
That's nice. But yeah, so unfortunately, the
Giganotosaurus.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm going to get better at this. I promise you guys. I'm going to get better at this. But we don't also have that unlocked as well. We do want you to experience some of this stuff for yourselves at home when it comes out on June the 12th. So I'm looking forward to seeing your screenshots for it all over Twitter and Instagram and things like that. I think it's time to do one more giveaway again.
Yeah.
Nick, remember, and don't be so chaotic this time, all right?
Okay.
But what would you like people to say in the chat in order for them to be entered into the random prize draw to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution?
Oh, my mind just goes to a quote that we can't put.
No, we definitely can't.
On there, can it be hashtag Muldoon socks?
Yeah, sure. Hashtag Muldoon's socks. Is that like a possessive Muldoon's socks?
Like what, 2 S's?
Like, are we going for Muldoon's, like socks that belong to Muldoon?
Apostrophe or not? Let's not be too
okay. Look,
worried about that.
I'm a stickler for that kind of
I know you are, but for the sake of that.
All right, okay. Great stuff. So in the chat, write down Muldoon socks and somebody will be drawn at random from the 4 chats. No matter what chat you're in, whether that's on Mixer, Facebook, Twitch or YouTube, you will be drawn at random to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution. So what are you doing now, Rich?
So I'm just putting in the feeders for our T-Rex.
Oh, we said we were going to talk about InGen database.
We did, yeah. I was on it for a while. I was having a browse.
Talk us through it. Talk us through it.
So the InGen database is made up of various details about the game. It's the dinosaurs, the dig sites, or an archive of information about the characters or the diseases in your game, or some memo logs that you unlock as you progress through the game.
The story is that you kind of inherited this database after everything went wrong in Jurassic World. This was kind of one of the remnants from the computers there that you managed to scrounge.
So we put together information about the dinosaurs themselves. So if you really like the detail and the lore behind the game, it's a place for you to learn that. So you can you get a lot of descriptions about the dinosaurs, where they were originally discovered. So it's the scientific accuracy that we want to make sure that.
All right, so we'll be giving away that Xbox One X console in a bit. We'll be contacting you, the winner, for that in just a moment. We'll give that away towards the end of the stream. So here we go. Are we ready yet? Are the dinosaurs out there?
With the terrain.
No, I mean, can you get like some fences and make a pinch point for the fight to take place?
Nick, you seem almost a little too
disappointed. I don't want just to dance around each other. And
No, I think I prefer my hill, Nick.
It's like you've never built a dinosaur arena before.
How often do you build dinosaur arenas? Nearly done with the Rex as well.
Nearly done. Ding.
And release.
I wish we'd had the microwave ding.
The microwave ding when it's ready, when it's fully cooked. Very good. Here we go. And also we get to see this.
And you get to hear this astonishing roar as well. Oh, in the sunlight.
Excellent stuff.
So cool.
We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, apparently, so I'm really sorry. I think we lost internet for a second. It's these Hollywood hills with all using all of their internet up here in Beverly Hills. But we appear to be back, and it's all in good timing because I think that you guys got to see that lovely roaring T-Rex there.
Ooh,
and she looks ready and also slightly angry. While we're waiting for those two to meet and get together, why don't we have a look at maybe something like the centre? The beautiful,
so this is...
So we can go and have a... monitor.
Sandbox is a lovely main street, so using the management views.
Is this a sandbox that usually comes completely empty? You built this up previously?
This is just missing one thing to make it look just like the high street in Jurassic World. We need the visitor centre.
Oh,
this is the visitor centre.
I know you meant.
What the hand signal for
Nick and I have been playing charades at the weekend for years now. I know exactly what.
Yeah, we're synced right in.
Okay.
So of course using the terrain tools here as well. They're nice and simple, very effective, get the job done.
Oh yeah, nice and quick. They work really nicely on the pad as well. Like there's no.
Can I might have done this earlier on, but can I say a hello to everybody on the Frontier Developments dev team and publishing team and everybody at Frontier Developments who have worked incredibly hard putting this together, and it feels like an absolute honour to be out here at E3 sort of showcasing this game and representing an awesome team, whether that's the people all from the art teams, the animation teams, the audio guys, the coders. Like everybody's done such a wonderful job apart from Rich in making this path.
Yeah, you've done a bad.
A fight has broken out. So we go and check the fight out?
Quickly, finish the pen. What people want to see is that part.
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, and Rexy's already taken a scrape.
Taken a hit. So who do we think is going to win?
I have no idea.
I think
They're pacing.
Well,
Yeah. I think
kind of going
I think I'll try Triceratops. By the way, we don't have any name. Oh, and also, please stop saying Muldoon Socks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The random bit was picked already before, and that was Tim Breen. Although the Muldoon Socks is... Oh, they've got bored of fighting one another. They might fight again,
I
right?
just realised that
even boxers have a...
Life's too short. They need a little
big
rest.
difference.
Going back to their respective corners.
Oh.
Hanging their heads quite low.
yeah, they're
Anyway, go back to
their
finishing
health's a
off
bit lower after
your...
that fight.
Go back to finishing off your guest area.
Yeah, let's go back and see how our
Okay.
visitor centre's getting on. Because that's such an impressive looking building as well. We should definitely take a moment to look at that.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome.
There's lovely details on this. You've got like the fossils embedded into the doors and
Slightly
details
wonky
as well.
path that you've got there going on.
I had to build it. I was
You
trying to
built it
take my
very, very
time
quickly.
and I was being considered,
Sorry.
and then I had two people
So
counting
sorry.
me to go see a dinosaur
I
fight.
told you. I told you that it would eventually
I just threw the tarmac
grade into
down.
us just shouting things at you. I'm so sorry for that. And thanks everyone as well for coming along to watch tonight. It's been a lot of fun for us to showcase the game for the very first time.
Oh, there you go.
Right,
Fight's kicked back off again.
Back again.
Come on then. Oh,
Round two.
she's not looking good.
No, I think Triceratops is going to pull it off. I think she's got it.
Oh.
Ed Lewis, the death knell of any fight.
Just a casual snap of the neck there for Triceratops.
Well, that settles that.
Showing off.
I think she's probably going to proceed to eat that
And then the casual announcement of the
dead dinosaur.
munching the meat. There she is.
There you go. Well, it can go either way, actually. Normally, Triceratops and T-Rex is pretty close.
And it looks awesome when
It does, yeah. I kind of like it when the T-Rex one.
All right, so why don't we go back and check out the visitor centre one last time before we say goodbye to everybody and announce the winner of the Xbox One X console, which is super cool. Yeah, and there
we go. Look at
Look at
that.
that thing. Well, what does the Innovation Centre do? What does it actually do?
The Innovation Centre is one of the division buildings. So each division, once you hit a certain reputation with them, will give you access to a new building. So the Innovation Centre is Isaac's for the entertainment division. It means that when you have it in your park, if you have a high reputation with Isaac, with the entertainment division, your profit will go up exponentially. So if you're really targeting a specific division, put down one of their operation centres down and you'll really start making a lot of money.
It's going to bring a lot of tourists to the park.
Yeah.
Rather than scientists and security guards, it's going to be a lot of guests as well.
Although it does say unlimited money there as well, that you can see that there is a star rating, so you can also 5-star the Isla Nublar, right? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to the building artists that let this really beautiful looking.
Yeah, they've
building there.
done a great job. All right, well, I think it might be time for us to announce the winner of the Xbox One X exclusive.
Richard Newbold?
It's down. I'm so sorry. It's not. Let me just check. Sorry. No, it's not Richard Newbold.
Oh, I think that was
Is it-
that was a
why-
nice touch.
why-
That was a nice touch.
We do have the winner, and the winner was completely picked at random. It's quite a big announcement. So yeah, drum roll. It is, of course, for the Xbox One X, the Jurassic World Evolution branded Xbox One X, which is very fancy indeed. The winner of the console, and there it is up on screen. Congratulations go to Corporal Hitman. Corporal Hitman, completely chosen at random. Corporal Hitman. I didn't know that Hitmen had rankings.
That's
But
right, yeah.
It's good to know. It's good to
Every
know.
day is a school day.
Absolutely, and they said that the Indominus Rex is their favourite dinosaur because of the hybrid features it has from the different creatures, which is a very
Interesting.
good
Interesting.
answer. So thank you everybody so much for joining in. And again, if you did miss out on that Xbox One X, remember that Rich tomorrow is going to be on the iBuyPower PC live stream at 10 a.m. PT, where they're going to be giving away a branded PC, which is very, very cool. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I think
thank you.
that's it. Remember, June the 12th. That's so close now. Jurassic World Evolution is going to be out, and you guys are going to be playing it. We cannot wait to see what you think about it. Please, we absolutely love all of your feedback. It's it's awesome to see people so excited for this game, and we hope to keep that excitement going as well. So head over to jurassicworldevolution.com if you haven't already, and there's lots of links on there, lots of forum links, lots of community links, social links, but also a place to pre-order if you haven't already done so. So jurassicworldevolution.com for that. 2 days away! 2 days away! I'm so excited to see what people think. So Nick Rogers, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Come back and do a stream again with us in future.
Any day of the week. I love it.
Twitch.tv/Frontier Developments. If you aren't already following that channel, please do so as well, because we'll be doing lots of live streams there, inviting dev guests on, giveaways, sneak previews of things in future, perhaps. Who knows? So do follow that channel. Richard Newbold, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for executive producing this live stream as well.
You did an executive.
Yeah, I know you did a great job. And thank you to everybody at home as well for being absolutely awesome and watching today. It's been a real pleasure to do this live stream for you. Look out for lots of content over E3. We'll be all over the place and all over our social media channels. But until then, we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.